Hi everyone. Hi to our subscribers and to the students who are following the videos that we have. This one is actually a continuation to the video recently uploaded. Continuation to the topic because what I intend to do is that I will present the topic one by one, so it will not be quite long. We are not going to waste time, so let's proceed to our topic. Today, we'll be solving quadratic equations by factoring. So the method that we're going to use today is by factoring, and specifically the quadratic equation wherein a is equal to 1. Okay, we'll be solving quadratic equations where a is equal to 1, and we'll make use of factoring. Okay, so we have here our objectives. At the end of this lesson, the learner should be able to accurately solve quadratic equations by factoring and then correctly solve problems involving quadratic equations. So that's it. And then we have some terms here that are here for us to recall. What are factors? Okay, factors are two or more expressions that give the given expression when multiplied. When we're still in grade school, this refers to numbers we multiplied and gives a new number. Alright, and then what is zero product property? In your grade 7 you will learn this one. If AB is equal to 0, then either A is equal to 0 or B is equal to 0, or simply equating an expression to 0. Alright, I hope you are familiar with the words factors and the zero product property. And then here, our main objective is to do solving quadratic equations by factoring. That's why we have a factoring QE where A is equal to 1. If you can recall, our standard formula for the quadratic equation is ax squared plus bx plus c equals 0. So here it says we are going to factor a quadratic equation wherein a is equal to 1. So if a is equal to 1, we have an example like say we have x squared plus 5x plus 6 equals 0. Okay, that's an example of the quadratic equation that we'll be solving here. A is equal to 1. Alright, so let's now proceed. Let's try to find out through examples. Okay, I have here example x squared minus 3x minus 18 is equal to 0. As you see, a is equal to 1. Right, so we are going to factor this one. We'll find factors of c. This is the method. Actually, this is the thing that you're going to do here. So find factors of c, and you know our c is negative 18. Okay, and that when added equals to b. Alright, so we will find factors of negative 18, and when we add it, it should be equal to negative 3 because negative 3 is our b here. In other words, I'm going to show it in the corner. Here you have 18 as your c, and so you're going to factor that. You look for numbers, factors of 18 that when added would be negative 3, would be equal to b. Ayan, so what are the numbers? You can have 6 and 3, right? 6 and 3, but 6 and 3, one should be negative here. Okay, which one should be negative? Since negative is second, so we will have our bigger number negative. So here this 6 must be a negative, so negative 6 and 3 are the factors of negative 18 that when added is negative 3. As you add negative 6 plus 3, it would be negative 3, meaning negative 6 and then positive 3 are our factors of negative 18. So we can use that as our complete factors here. So you can write now your complete factors wherein you're just going to break x squared, x and x, and then you write your negative 6 and 3 okay, here, and then becomes your factors. So you have quantity x minus 6 times quantity x plus 3 is equal to 0. So then after that, since you have already factors, you can now equate each factor to 0 to solve for the roots, because that's our main objective, to solve for the quadratic equation. But the method we use is by factoring. Since we already have the factors, we can now solve for the roots. Okay, and so you equate every factor to 0. So x minus 6 is equal to 0. Thus you can see that x is equal to 6. Alright, when you transpose negative 6, that will become positive 6. And the other side, you have x plus 3 equals 0. So it would be the same as x is equal to negative 3. After you transpose positive 3, that will become negative 3. That you will find out that the solution, the roots of the given equation x squared minus 3x minus 18 is equal to 0 are positive 6 and negative 3. That's how simple it is. Very simple. So you're just to remember what to do with it. Go to your C, find factors of C that when added will be equal to your B. Alright, so that we'll have a better understanding, let's try having another example here. As you can see, the example is x squared is equal to negative 5x minus 6, and you will notice that it is not written in standard form, so you have to rewrite it first to standard. It says here, oh, you have to rewrite it first to standard. So if you are going to write it in standard, you have to bring all terms the left side, so you can replace the right side with 0. Okay, following the standard ax squared plus bx plus c. So you have x squared plus 5x plus 6 equals 0. So see, this is still the same now with the number 1 example, or the first example, that our a is 1. So according to the steps, we have to find factors of c. Our c here, of course, our c is 6. We will try to get all the values. Your b from that equation now, which is already in standard form, is 5, and your a is 1. Okay, since we're talking about quadratic equation where a is equal to 1. Okay, so what are the factors of 6? Alright, what are the factors of 6 that when we add would be equal to b? B is 5. Alright, b. Factors of 6 when added equal to b, which is 5. So this is it. You have to find factors of 6, two numbers that when multiplied no equal to 6, and at the same time if you add would be 5. Okay, so we have 3 and 2. So 3 plus 2 is 5, right, when added. So that's why we choose here 3 and 2 are the factors of 6 that when added is 5. That means that could serve as our factors. We're just going to pair it with the x's. So now you are going to write your complete factors of the equation x squared plus 5x plus 6 equals 0. So x is actually this one, x squared. You just break it into 2x and x. Anyway, that's x squared and multiplied. And then you have 3 and 2 as your factors for 6, and then when added equal to b. Then of course you have your complete factors. You can now equate it to 0. First is x plus 3 equals 0, and the other one is x plus 2 equals 0. Thus x is equal to negative 3, and the other one is x is equal to negative 2. Why negative 2? Why negative 3? Again, you simply transpose it to the right side, so it assumes the opposite sign. Alright, that is with respect also to the properties applied. Okay, it's an SP, subtraction property of equality. Ayun. But we use the shortcut transpose. Transpose it to the right side, it becomes negative. Transpose positive to the right side, becomes negative 2. Therefore, the solution of x squared is equal to negative 5x minus 6 are negative 3 and negative 2. Okay, and the roots, okay, the roots are negative 3 and negative 2. I hope that is understood. Now let's try solving without these guides anymore, these phrases, mastery. Alright, let's do it without the guide. Alright. Say the equation given is x squared plus 6x equals 40. Oh, you notice that it's not in standard form, so you have to rewrite it in standard form. So x squared plus 6x minus 40 is equal to 0. It is already in standard form. Okay, what I told you, I told you that what we do is just look for factors of c. By the way, we're going to take our values. Our a is 1, our b is 6, our c is negative 40, and then we say that negative 40 as c. We will find factors of that negative 40, wherein if we add it, it would be a 6, right? So we choose 10 and negative 4 because 10 times negative 4 is negative 40. When you add 10 and negative 4, it's a positive 6. So correct, our b is 6. So that will complete our factors. Then you can write quantity x plus 10 times quantity x minus 4 equals 0. And so you equate every factor to 0. So x plus 10 equals to 0, and then x minus 4 equals 0. And you can just transpose it. Therefore, your x is equal to negative 10. The other x is a positive 4 because you transpose negative 4, positive 4. Therefore, your roots are negative 10 and 4. As simple as that. Alright, very simple. So that is how to factor a quadratic equation wherein a is equal to 1. Again, when a is equal to 1. I think that's all. That's how simple it is.